By the way, welcome to my channel. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe to the video and or the channel. Alright, I was going to let you in a little bit on what's going on here. So there's actually kind of a lot going on here. It may not seem like it, but you got a lot of different situations. So you are someone who is currently dealing with a lot of different issues all at once, right? Could be spiritual warfare, because that's how it tends to go. It's not just one thing that you gotta, it's not just one battle that you gotta fight. It's like all of them all at once, right? That's part of the warfare. They try and bombard you with problems, with battles, in the hopes that you'll give up. So you've got basically a fake healer here, someone who may work in the medical field and portrays themselves to be, a good, loving, good-hearted healer, like maybe a nurse or, a doctor or someone in the mental health profession, therapist, something like that, okay? But in reality, and they may have at one point been, an angel, but they're no longer in high honor. They're in high honor reverse, which means they're like in like fallen angel status at this point. And they worked very hard to try to do something against you, but it was unsuccessful. And it may be that they tried to work very hard to make you broke in some way, or they're broke. This may or may not be an aunt, you know what I mean? But that is, popping out to me, so it may be relevant for some of you, but not all of you. And this person is in despair because for some reason, they've held a grudge against you, which is why they were working so hard to try to hurt your finances, right? Okay, in some way. And they're upset and in despair because they're holding a grudge, but they're in despair because you have guaranteed success. Okay, so they're upset that you're going to win, or you're winning, and ultimately you're going to win. You have a guaranteed outcome, and they're very, very, very upset about this because they worked so hard against it. And then this I'm getting is a whole other issue. Okay, so you have the seed. It is twofold, and it's in some ways related to this, right? So this guaranteed success is a jackpot. You are getting a windfall of money, right? Inheritance, an unexpected money, right? Lump sum of money, right? And like the seeds that you've sown, it may be an investment, right? It may be from an investment. Or it may be that you sowed a lot of seeds into this situation. And so, you have a guaranteed outcome of success and money in this inheritance issue. Because I'm getting this as part of the inheritance thing, right? The aunt and the inheritance, right? But this is another side to this is that it may be seed as in a child, right? So there's a child involved that's maybe not a child, so maybe like adult child. And coffin reverse, disappointment in a friend or lover. So there's a disappointing situation involving an adult child. And do not be tempted to lower your standards. So, unlike flags. So there's like a red flag when it comes to this adult child. And whether it's your adult child or someone else's adult child that you have some kind of involvement with. Coffin reverse, it's like they tried to end you, but they couldn't. Okay? And again, I guess it could go along with this healer here, where they tried to put an end to your finances, they tried to put an end to you entirely in some way, shape, or form, right? Whether physically, financially, or energetically. So it does kind of go along with this, but I'm getting twofold in that this could be someone dealing with a partner. Like you and your partner's child, or just your partner's child. And right, so they've been doing things that are sending up flags, and do not be tempted to lower your standards. So either you or your partner have been tempted by this adult child to do something disappointing, right? To cause an ending of some kind, although unsuccessfully, right? The attempt was made, and it is concerning. It's a red flag, and it's disappointing because this was supposed to be, a friend or a lover. Maybe this adult child convinced a friend or lover to do something, to try to end you unsuccessfully. And it may also involve some kind of windfall, money, inheritance, some kind of investment. And this one is, Okay. I was gonna say it's entirely unrelated, but I am getting the feeling that it may actually be related. So, whoever this fake healer is, right? They may be an orphan, which just means that like both of their parents are gone, maybe passed away. So maybe they're an older person whose parents are passed away. Maybe they're a younger person whose parents have passed away, or they just don't have parents. Maybe they are like, an actual orphan where they don't have parents. They grew up without parents. But both of those scenarios could be the case. And so this person has been doing a lot of research. They are watching you, stalking you, looking you up. And it's a concern because this person may not be mentally stable. They probably have depression, anxiety, or, like other mental issues. So, this is just something that you need to be aware of. You may already know who this person is, or this may be, a warning for you to try to help you to figure out whoever this person is that's trying to cause, issues, delays, an ending to you, to your finances, whatever it is that's going on in your life. There's definitely, you have a lot of issues that you're dealing with, and there is a person or people at the root of it. And, if you don't already know, you need to get to the bottom of who it is. So you can start to, get to your guaranteed successful outcome part, right? Tell me about the seed. Tell me about the seed. All right, so Ten of Pentacles. It's like a seed that you planted, like an investment. It could also be like big family money inheritance, okay? But it's going to create long-term stability for you. And it's also been like a long time in the making. Like this is an investment that you made a long time ago that is, coming into fruition now. It's definitely got something to do with a large amount of money, right? Confirmation. I'm getting from this that it may actually be in part due to the help of angels like Archangel Michael, because you are honest and disciplined, truthful, you have mental clarity, and you've been given some kind of authority in the spiritual realm, which is also why you have this, guaranteed success, and you are the star. Also from this, the healer and the star, I'm getting that they're the fake healer, you're the real healer. Right? Okay. Tell me about orphan. So it's the Hierophant. Oh, this is a little surprising. I wasn't really expecting that. Because it's like institution, tradition, religion, society and its rules, social approval, conformity, I mean, I guess it's just giving you a little insight to like who this person is. Maybe they're a very religious person. Okay. And clarify the healer. Knight of Swords, driven to succeed. Ambitious, action-oriented, defending beliefs, fast thinking. Okay, so I'm getting here that like they're religious and you're like spiritual, right? Okay, so you have different belief systems, and they believe that theirs is the right way, and so that's part of why they wanted to take you down, because they felt like they had to prove that their way was the better way, that their religion is the right way, and that yours is not. Also, they were very driven to succeed in what they were doing. They tried very, very hard to take you down, to stop you, to make you broke, to hurt you in every possible way, right? To try and take you out. And they took a lot of action to do this, which also means that they are in a position of power and authority to be able to do that. And so it is possible that this is, some kind of inheritance where they were like a trustee, or the executor of the will kind of thing, right? Okay, so that would have put them in that position to be able to mess with you and take a lot of action towards that goal. Okay, so now we have the desert, and right, so the sun reverse, right? They're not healed. Obviously they're not healed. They hold a grudge and they're in despair because they're in the desert, right? The desert. There's nothing there. You know what I mean? It's like hell, And they have no one to blame but themselves, for being there, because they were arrogant. And, and they had a negative attitude and wished harm upon you. Right? Okay. Oh, let's see. Tell me about the seed. Okay, so we just have yes. All right, so yes. So far, everything about this is true. You're getting a lump sum of money. It may actually be a very large lump sum of money. It is coming because of a seed that you sowed, whether it was good seeds energetically or an investment financially. Could be both. Also, someone close to you, an adult child, right, tried to take something from you, tried to end you in some way, but they were unsuccessful, and it's a disappointing situation for a friend or a lover. You may have lost this friend or lover because of what this adult child did. Okay. Tell me about the orphan. Did that flip over in the deck? I hate it when they do that. Okay, no, it did not. All right, keep going. Yeah, so hurt, strength. So this person is actually hurt by your strength. They also tried to hurt you, but you were too strong. I'm getting that your strength actually caused them, like, they may have already had mental health issues, but if that is the case, then they actually became worse. Your strength caused their, like, mental decline. But really, they did it to themselves because they're the ones that came after you in the first place. That's really what caused it. Tell me about the healer. Okay. Intelligence. Okay, that's what came out. So, part of this person's problem is that they think that they're smarter than you, and part of their why they're hurt, right, is because they're realizing that they're not. And they may or may not think that you are drinking or have a drinking problem. They may or may not actually have a drinking problem. Tell me about the desert. Okay, so we have find a way and broken, abusive. So you found a way to break through their abusive behavior. You found a way to get through it, to get around it, to expose them for it, right? And yeah, so that's interesting. What I thought was like all separate issues actually, as I was going through, turned out to be like, one main issue and like a side issue. Okay, so that's interesting. I think that's pretty much it. I think that's pretty much all there is and all that needs to come out. So I hope that this message has helped you in some way. I hope that at the very least it has entertained you for a few moments in time. And if you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you again